we're both going to be recording, so we have double the chance if something goes
Alright,
wrong.
I'm fucking ready to start this shit. I don't know what the fuck I had pulled up on YouTube, but that was some bullshit. Do you fellas want to do a little introduction now that we are officially recording the first episode of our podcast?
Introduction.
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
just
I
trying.
mean, how are these people gonna know like that we're like not fucking industry plugs, bro? How are they gonna know that we don't have
That's,
just some fucking connections and that we're not just spitting fucking facts for the fuck of it?
yeah. I actually know Nav, so that's why I'm here right
Yeah,
now.
I figured. I mean, we're not friends, so I don't know how in the fuck you made it
Yeah, I
on.
actually just met
I don't know
you.
how in the
The
fuck I
script.
was able to fucking like get you on the fucking podcast, dude. You must have a fucking
Yeah, I mean,
crazy schedule. I mean,
well, the
goddamn.
script that the producer gave me said that your name was Shawn, and then I had to pretend to be your best friend since like sixth grade or something.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Nah,
So
Dead
they told me
yeah,
ass.
both.
I'm
we'll just
fucking.
continue with that.
I am fucking
They
Shawn.
told me that you're both just giant faggots. Like that's all they
Shut the
said.
fuck up, Trent.
Jeez.
Okay, I'm
All
Shawn.
right.
I'm 18 years old. I go to a college, a community college. You can clown, whatever. We live in Central Ohio, and yeah, I mean that's about it. I work at a car dealership, and I fucking hate my life because I'm living the fucking the I don't even know.
American
Yeah, I was
Nightmare.
gonna say it's not even an American dream
Living
at
the
this
American
point.
Nightmare.
It's like fucking torture at this point. I mean,
Jeez.
who signs up to go to fucking school for 15 hours and then work 40 hours a week to make just enough money
Well,
to pay your bills?
who who even thinks that's psychologically like viable in any way? Like the
Well, that
most
doesn't matter. We're getting into that later. You need
yeah.
motherfuckers need to say something about yourself.
Right, Trent can go, I guess.
Uh, I'm Trent. I go to college. I like to watch the news, and I'm a very skeptical person. Uh, I like technology and pretty much anything scientific, and just like, I mean, fuck religion in general. To be honest.
How are you gonna give them the
That's
most clean cut version of yourself, Trent, and then just right at the end throw in the jab at religion? Like, I don't understand how.
yeah, it's offensive.
No, I don't even care.
Trent,
Because I personally, I agree. I'm just saying that.
Right. I
You
mean,
just were like a scholar, and then right at the very end, you were like, yeah, fuck religion, fuck them, fuck
no,
them.
I thought this was going to be a respectful podcast. I thought you guys were going to be cordial, but apparently we can't do this anymore.
We can't. Like
Uh,
we simply cannot. It is not fucking humanly possible for us to continue going on any longer because of the fact that I respect women and I respect
yeah,
minorities and trans lives matter.
yeah. Yeah, I'm Jordan. I'm a college student. Um, and
And we,
I'm like 10 times more intelligent and funny and good looking than both those guys combined.
yeah. No,
Um,
you'll be hearing us call him Wallace a lot, and that is just a name that
yeah,
we have stuck with since fucking high school. So
yeah.
don't fuck with it.
It's yeah. Don't fuck with it, bro. You fuck with the
All
war,
right, well,
actually.
shit. Since we're fucking introduced, let's fucking get into this fucking bullshit that I want to talk about. I know that you two motherfuckers don't care, but I definitely give a fuck about Kevin Hart cheating on his fucking wife.
No, why do you care about that?
Cause that shit is
Just
clowning.
curious.
God damn, you
Well,
gotta think about it,
why
man.
did you?
It's fucking funny, is what it is.
why is it funny though?
It's funny because of the fact that this
He's
motherfucker.
short.
Well, first off, yeah, there's that. He's short, and
That
they
just
made a fucking video. They're making a video game about him, and he's like taller than everybody, and it's just funny. But that's beside the point. I think that it's funny because of the fact that when you are like when you are on the platform that Kevin Hart is on, when you have that much of a following, like you understand that this man is fucking rich, right?
Right.
Okay,
Right.
he's a comedian, he's an actor now, so I mean he's making even more money. When you are that fucking famous, how the fuck are you gonna get caught cheating on your fucking wife?
Dude, I mean, like
Let me put that out
the thing
there.
about like Tiger Woods though. Tiger Woods did the
I
same
know, but
shit.
think about it, Trent. I need you to keep this in mind. I'm not saying this because I'm not trying to justify it, but if there was one fucking weekend, one fucking time of the year that you should not cheat on your wife, it's her birthday weekend.
Oh.
And he did it.
I hadn't even.
He just
I
did
did.
that. Yeah, I mean, he did that. And
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. I don't even know all the details of it, but I mean, at
ba-
face value, I'd say that's pretty fucking bad.
basically, long story short, he was fucking homegirl, and she fucking basically caught on to the fact that his wife didn't know, and she wanted money. She was like, "Yeah, give me a couple million," and then the whole thing will be forgotten. And then he tried to give her
Couple
he tried to
million.
give her money, and then she wanted more. So he was like, "Nah, fuck that." He's like, "I'm not letting you extort me." So he put out this
How the fuck?
long ass video apology, saying that he was in a bad
Just why?
space and that him and his wife talked about it and that their relationship is being worked out and all this other bullshit. And I just thought that it was interesting because it's fucking Kevin Hart. He's a fucking comedian. I mean, when you're a
Right.
comedian, everything you do is fucking funny. I'm sorry, like just everything you do. Like this is funny because of the fact that it's Kevin Hart. Think about like you see that goofy ass motherfucker, like piping bitch, like just like he's like I don't even know, bro. I've like to be in that
He's just
space. It's just fucking funny to me to see like to hear about Kevin Hart of all people.
I mean,
Right.
it'd be funny if you heard like Jim Carrey. Like, it just turns out Jim Carrey is like the largest sexual fiend in Hollywood for the past 25
dude, Jim
years.
Carrey is fucking woke, dude. Talk,
Yeah,
don't talk on my
yeah.
nigga
I mean,
Jim Carrey, bro.
I'm not trying to dog on him, but
He
what do you mean he's woke?
he's woke as fuck, dude.
Have you seen like the videos where he just
Yes.
rambles
He
about
just
nonsense? That is
nonsensical,
woke.
bro. Like that is what it feels like to truly achieve enlightenment.
That's what it feels like to be like just insane after like 50 years of being alive on this ridiculous planet.
So, I mean, you guys got anything to add? Are we already done with the Kevin Hart? What's up? Like, you guys got anything to add?
I mean, I would say at least he was honest about it. You know, at least he recognized that he made a mistake and he came forward and he admitted it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree too. I
That is the measure of a man, and when your physical measurements are so small, like Kevin Hart, you need to have a big
God
measurement in
damn,
place
I knew the jokes
of
were
that.
coming from somebody, dude.
I'm just saying. I mean,
Oh, on a lighter note, we can talk about this. We are actually now we're officially at war with North Korea.
Really?
what are you talking about? When did that happen?
What do you mean? I'm literally staring at a CNN article. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not a CNN article. It's Reuters, I guess.
Reuters. Reuters.
North Korea bolsters defenses after flight by U.S. bombers. Rhetoric escalates. There was something else I saw on Donald Trump's Twitter that literally said, "We're bombing North Korea."
What is that? Let me just check the president's Twitter
Maybe
real
not we're
quick,
bombing
actually,
North
because
Korea.
that's a thing we do now.
That's
So
a bit extra. I don't think that he.
yeah, I don't think we went to war because I think they'd be dead right
I don't
now.
think that he's.
But
Well, I mean, we're technically still at war with Korea. We never signed a treaty. We
the 60-year war.
yeah. I mean, literally.
Jesus. Donald Trump. Oh yeah, yeah. What did you think about LeBron? His tweet about Trump.
That was savage as fuck. I'm very like
That
He was.
that made me want to vote for LeBron.
Right.
And that
Yeah, I mean, I'll be completely honest. I did not want Donald Trump to take the election the way he did, but given that he won the presidency, I figured I should give him his fair chance. And it's like at every turn he blows it.
because he's stunningly incompetent.
He just
But we all do this. I mean, yeah, we made predictions about it, and we were right, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't have given him a chance. And it's good that we did. And
Right.
then, the next
what
week.
can he even do? He's just a walking toddler. Like,
I mean, he's just a person that has lived his entire life in luxury and doesn't
Right.
understand a whole lot about the world. He's riddled with insecurities. He's a con man. He happens to be kind of good at that. And so when he cons an election as a joke, and then he finds out he actually has to do work, of course he's going to fail.
Right. But I mean,
Because
he's just so emotionally overreactive. I'm not really sure that that's a good person to have in that position.
I think there should be like a psychiatric evaluation to be president or to be in any office like that, like a huge one, like a really important.
I know we haven't talked about this topic yet, but I just saw something that was actually really fucking funny. Thinking NFL players are protesting the flag is like thinking Rosa Parks was protesting public transportation.
Yes,
Yeah,
that is literally pretty analogous. That's that's pretty good.
Right.
The flag burning stuff.
I'm kind of bothered by the fact that, like, immediately following the Charlottesville events, Donald Trump was very quick to disperse blame, saying there was blame on many sides. But when it comes to the NFL players,
Oh, okay, here we go. CBS Evening News. Foreign Minister of North Korea. Trump has declared war on North Korea. Claims country has a right to shoot down U.S. bombers. Because I guess they did a run today over North Korea.
I saw that story, and the White House came out and said that that wasn't true. That we were not going to war with them.
It
was just a claim by the foreign.
I got clickbaited, basically. Is what you're
Well,
telling me.
it wasn't clickbait. I mean, the foreign minister did actually say like, "Oh, it's a declaration of war," but no, it's not. It's not going to be.
Dude, North Korea is not going to do it.
This dude said Ben Roethlisberger. Well, it's an article, and the title of the article says Ben Roethlisberger on believing black players shouldn't protest during the anthem wants everyone to stand. And someone quoted it and said, "Yeah, he believes in rape too." So, I mean,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a rapist. Like,
I just don't see how you can. I just don't see how you can oblige someone to do something to appease you. Like, what's even the point in having me disingenuously stand?
Well, what really cracks me up is that these motherfuckers really want to act like the fucking flag that they're so offended by. Like, well, not even that they're offended. The flag that they're disrespecting that is offending them is the same flag that gives those people the right to fucking kneel. Like, what?
I mean, they aren't really disrespecting it. They're just. It's an ambiguous thing.
I'm not saying they're disrespecting it either. I'm just saying that the argument that they have doesn't even make sense because of the fact that it doesn't add up to me.
Look, we know the right in this country.
Yeah.
We've seen it our entire lives. They use emotional appeal. You know, my granddaddy, fought and died for this flag. No, he didn't. He fought and died. He fought and died for the United States.
He fought and died. I hate to say it this way, but I'm gonna keep it a fucking buck. He died as a fucking pawn for whatever fucking war he happened to be in.
Look. Even if he did fight for freedom, he fought for the freedom. He didn't fight for just the piece of cloth that we call a flag. I mean that he died for the freedom for people to be unrestricted by arbitrary rules. Because honestly, in a totalitarian country, you would see rules like you can't tear down this poster. Well, I mean, you can't do certain things like that because it's private property. But I mean, like, you can do what you please with your own property because you live in a free country. It's just that simple.
Well, I mean, okay. My point about that whole fucking thing is that, like, it really comes down to this. They have a right, because I want to bring it back to Charleston because of the fact that everybody wants to sit back and act like a fucking neo-Nazi is entitled to stand and peacefully protest with guns and fucking armor and all types of shit decked out on them just to peacefully protest. If they are allowed to do that in the middle of the fucking city and stop traffic and cause fucking mayhem and no one gets... And what? I think 9 people got arrested? Maybe? I remember reading somewhere. Maybe I'm wrong. Don't fucking quote me. Fact check me, somebody.
It sounds about right. I'll fact check tomorrow.
But regardless, if they're allowed to do that, then why the fuck are NFL players not allowed to take a fucking knee on that burnt ass burnout ass fucking national anthem. What does
here's the simple
national anthem? What does the national anthem have to do with sports? Why do we what the fuck does it have to do with us
I have one
sitting
simple
and
statement.
spectating a game? Like that makes no sense. It makes no sense.
It's nationalism.
It's tradition. Exactly. It's tradition, and when people blindly follow tradition, that's how things like that happen.
Dude, it's just nationalism. I mean, it's not written anywhere that in order to be a fan of a sport in America, you have to support America, or you have to believe in these certain gestures of obedience to the American ideals.
Like, goddamn, I would like to.
It's just something people do. It's just a nationalistic event.
I would like to go to a baseball game, which this is a fucking lie because you'll never catch me at a fucking sporting event unless the tickets are free.
Fuck baseball.
But regardless, if I wanted to go to a sporting event, I shouldn't have to be fucking bombarded and get dirty looks from every person that's adjacent to me because I don't want to fucking stand for a fucking song that I don't even fucking like.
I mean, the simple fact is...
I mean, think about the NFL players, too. Like, it takes some fucking balls
in the middle of the national anthem.
Yeah, I mean...
In the middle of the
fucking TV, bro.
Like, if
did you guys see that the fucking... Did you see that the dude who opened for the new season for the NFL, when he was singing the national anthem, he took a knee right at the end?
Oh.
Yeah, he took a knee.
I didn't see anything about that.
That is balls. That is balls.
Right.
I mean,
that right there. That is fucking funny, dude.
Here's a simple way to phrase this: if you're not breaking the law and you're doing something, that is not breaking. Like you're not murdering anyone. You're not doing anything. You're just doing something simple.
Fuck the law. I can't say fuck the law because of the fact that I have to follow it, because if not, then my freedom is literally is gonna get taken away because I'm doing something.
Yeah, you're gonna turn into a slave because of the 13th Amendment.
But it's fine. That's not what I was saying. My point was that regardless, fuck, I just lost my train of no. If you are not fucking hurting if you're not hurting people psychologically or physically, and you are not you're not killing anybody, you're not doing anything, I don't give a fuck what you do. As long as it doesn't matter what kind of protest. They could be out there fucking pole dancing during the national anthem, and if it's a peaceful fucking protest, you can't tell them no.
Well, then, yeah,
it is their right to do that. They could do anything that they wanted, and as long as they're not hurting anybody and inflicting violence upon anybody, they can do that. End of discussion.
It's just the conservatives. The conservatives always get triggered by things that hurt their emotions.
Act like liberals are the fucking crybabies. No, they're the ones.
Totally.
They're the ones that fucking need to have people fucking stand for the national anthem. Like,
it's weird shit like that.
That's the shit about right wing people that piss me off, is that they literally want to cling to so much and so many insults and so throw so many jabs at stereotypes for left wingers, and it makes no type of sense because of shit like this. Do you see liberals getting upset because of people kneeling for the national anthem? No.
Because it is definitely true that liberals get upset about random shit too.
I'm not talking about SJWs. I'm talking about people like us. People who are socially aware, socially conscious, people who pay attention and know that it's a peaceful protest. Do I necessarily agree with it? I don't know, because I don't know what.
Did you just assume my political ideology?
No, I'm not. Shut the fuck up. No, I'm not even saying that. Does that necessarily mean that you have to agree with it? No, but it doesn't. It means that if you want to fucking stand for the national anthem, then fucking stand. And if you don't, then don't. I don't understand why it even has to be a discussion at this point.
Right. So, I mean, I understand getting kind of upset about healthcare, education, economics, foreign policy, because those are real things that you can measure.
Those directly affect people. I mean, you're talking about people's lives here. And people want to get triggered.
But something is inconsequential. Something as inconsequential as standing or sitting during the national anthem, that's not even an issue.
He's saying, Shawn, he means, like, he doesn't mean that, like, like that. I mean, I think like what you were saying, you're basically trying to say that conservative opinions on things like healthcare and real issues, like it makes sense for them to have differing opinions and to challenge
Right, it makes
people
sense
to
to
disagree.
really argue about something like that, but something as inconsequential as sitting during the national anthem doesn't
something that's purely an appeal to emotion. Like your personal sensibilities about what is appropriate do not count here. That's what it should be.
But I mean, it's not like by paying lip service to the flag or the national anthem that I'm actually like improving America.
So yeah,
it's just bullshit. It's just complete fucking nonsense.
I was gonna say our video is encroaching on about 20 minutes here, and did you guys want to just do talk about something that'll kind of wind it down to end it?
Oh, I mean, I figured we'd go an hour.
An hour? I mean, how many people do you think are gonna watch that though?
Do you want to do hour-long segments? I just feel like 30 minutes is just kind of like, I don't know. It's up to you guys.
That's enough for people. I mean, look, maybe later when we get things more established, but I thought it was just more of like a test.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
this is
a pilot video.
This is kind of a strong start. I'd like to see us make some improvements in the long run, but I think this is a decent start.
Well, we all know it was only Shawn who messed up during this, so we might as well just cut him out now and
all right. Well,
just get Alex or something.
We got 9 minutes left. I want to make it to at least 30. We can talk about Anthony Weiner, sentenced to nearly 2 years in prison for sexting scandal. You guys want to talk about that?
Anthony, I don't know anything really about Anthony Weiner except that I know his last name is very funny.
He's a former congressman for the state of New York.
Oh, I see.
For the last couple of years, his name has just been completely slandered with sex scandals. And
I mean, look,
recently,
just because you're a congressman.
Well, I mean, on Monday, he basically got sentenced to 2 years in federal prison for sending nudes to a 15-year-old girl.
I mean, he's a despicable person.
Yeah, I mean, he said to the judge, "I'm a
piece of shit.
I was a very sick man for a long time. I have a disease. I have no excuse."
Look, the thing is, though, people acting like that's somehow, different just because he's a congressman. I mean, we let all sorts of people go into public office.
I mean, think about the things that Donald Trump has said.
I mean,
I'm saying
doing is a completely different thing. Not. I mean, you gotta think about it. If Donald Trump did something like this, we would never find out because the people that have the information.
Yeah, he would have.
But the things he said that he's done, like if you remember towards the end of the 2016 election, he literally talked about grabbing a woman by the pussy.
No, okay, listen.
Yeah, but that was just banter, though. I mean, it wasn't anything serious.
I'm not condoning the fact that he said that. I'm just saying that, in this instance, saying and doing are two completely different things.
Yeah.
Because if there was a video of Donald Trump just walking up and fucking sexually assaulting a woman, that
would be a problem.
Different story.
That isn't actually a problem.
I mean, there were women who came forth and said that he did.
Yeah, but
it's just
they got
discredited.
It's funny that you never hear about those girls anymore. That
really.
No, I mean, that
really makes me feel a bit sick.
I hate to say it like that because it makes me sad because that's just the world that we live in.
It just is really sad.
And plus, I'm being a fucking conspiracy theorist right now. But to be honest with you, if Donald Trump did something like that, in people, in let's say that he was fucking sexually assaulting a fucking 15-year-old girl, and there was video evidence or whatever. There's no way that we would find out because the people that had the evidence would die. He would either have Secret Service take care of that or he'd have his own people take care of that because of the fact that
he would just go Frank Underwood on him.
He would backdoor all of them and basically there would be no chance of the video or whatever getting out. So that would never happen.
And
all
I know
this congressman, they literally convicted him for 2 years. So he did it. He's guilty. So that means that basically it makes sense for him to be convicted versus Donald Trump because Donald Trump just said, "Oh, I grab women by the pussy." There's not a video of him doing that. There's not, there's no There was never.
You have to go by
There was
evidence.
never a case. You know what I mean? You're innocent until proven guilty. And I hate to play devil's
Well,
advocate here, but
here's the thing. You're using all that
he's
as an
innocent
example, but
in this instance, I would say, well, not at this instance, but in the instance of him talking about grabbing pussies, I would say that he's innocent because of the fact that they couldn't.
He just talked about it jokingly.
They never convicted him.
There's no way.
And yeah, I mean,
who
am I to sit here and as much as I hate Donald Trump, who am I to sit here and to bust his balls for talking like that? Because I sure in the fuck say things like that I definitely don't mean.
The thing is that we should if we want to actually criticize Donald Trump, the left needs to start criticizing for things he's actually done, as opposed to things they want to make him a boogeyman that doesn't look. I mean, he is a boogeyman in some very real ways, and the only way to actually defeat that is to be honest about it and not be a child. So like all these people just saying Trump is, he's just, he himself is a white supremacist and all this other nonsense. I mean, that doesn't make sense at all. That's
if you think about it, that really just depreciates the value of the term.
Yeah, I mean, it really just kind of confounds the logic, and it makes the left look ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean,
which is unfortunate because the left champion actually good issues like climate change, social progress.
Right. I mean, he does a lot of things that if you just look at the facts, you understand he's doing the wrong thing. So if you focus on the wrong topics, then you're just not going to get any.
Yeah, you're gonna distract society from actually figuring out its real problems, which is probably one of the most egregious things you could do. And I was gonna say about what Shawn was talking about. We were using that example, just whatever, but. I think it underscores a problem in our society where powerful people don't get the same treatment as regular people, and under the Constitution we're all supposed to have the same rights, and we clearly do not because money influences everything.
Yeah, I mean, look at it this way: I don't know if I stated his age versus her age, but the man is 53 years old. Had he not had money and had he not been a congressman, he would have gotten way longer than 2 years. I want you to understand that.
And that's just unfortunate. We should hold everyone to the same standards.
I don't care. There's some cases. Okay, the dude's 20, the girl's 17. Yeah, I mean that's whatever. But when he's 53 and she is 15, dude. I'm sorry, but that is not okay by any. I mean, look, any fucking means.
It's definitely disgusting, but I think that more objectively, just the truth is that he abused his power as an adult, and that is terrible. That is disgusting.
When you use just the fact that you're an adult to fucking manipulate a 15-year-old girl and sending her nudes and then lying about it until you get convicted in a court.
Yeah.
It's just
a person like that.
A person like that needs longer than 2 years in a fucking prison.
Well, I think that our prison system is inherently flawed.
I mean, it is. I also think that we aren't at a point in human history where we have the technology to help pedophiles. We don't have
those people.
We don't have the technology to help people who are psychopaths and sociopaths and have these mental disorders that we don't understand because we aren't them. Yeah. I'm not saying that the dude, he's wrong for what he did. He's admitted what he did is wrong, which is he knows admirable. It's wrong. I mean, I'm not saying that I get it. He is admitted.
At least he's not completely insane.
He's
know what I mean?
He's not denying it. He's not senile. He's not acting like it's not there. The problem is in the fucking light, and the fact is, at this point in time in the human history, like I said, we don't have the technology to help them. So I honestly think that pedophiles if they can curve their urges and they can not fucking
live in society
and actually live in society and be normal and not have that fucking urge, then
they should be kept away. If not, I mean, they should just be kept away. And I don't think they should be treated terribly or some shit. Yeah,
I just think that there should be a safe place where they can go, where they either
they get help all the time.
You know what I mean? They are completely
rehabilitation focused on it.
Completely unable to reproduce. I mean,
sterile.
Like,
Yeah.
it sucks. I mean, it sucks that those people wouldn't be able to have kids because of the way that they were born. But I mean, it's better than rotting in a prison for a mental disorder that you literally cannot control at all.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not, like I said, I'm not advocating for pedophile. Like, I trust me, that shit is disgusting. I get it. I'm not a parent. I'm not a parent either.
You're advocating for criminal rights. That's what I mean.
I'm not a parent either, so
You're
I don't
just
even
in
know what
general.
it's like to be in that position and say like, oh man, that like.
Well,
I just think that
the problem here
people
is that
with mental disorders and people with mental health issues who are born with the genetics that they are stuck with, that they literally cannot do anything to change. I just think that
they're going to hurt. They're going to hurt people. They should be locked away.
They shouldn't be locked away, but there should definitely be a point in time where we have the ability to say, "Oh man,
I mean,
this person is a pedophile.
Yeah.
He is preying on children. We need to put him somewhere else.
I guess
and give him a different life in a different place, away from, very far away from
Let
children."
let me extrapolate on what I just said, because when I say locked away, I mean like something along the lines of like Sweden's prison system, where they have like they have comfortable facilities designed for rehabilitation, and if it's determined they're not rehabilitated, they have extremely highly paid doctors who work with criminals and try to get them reintegrated in society.
Sure, they have very well trained psychologists that can really pick their brains
and if they're determined they can't be released, they just stay in custody, and some of them stay their entire lives because they deserve to be. The problem here in America is that we let our emotions about things control justice, and that's just not right. We may hate someone, but they have rights still. They're still a human being.
Absolutely.
We have to look at it objectively.
I just don't see the sense in trying to build a prison system around punishment rather than rehabilitation.
Well, there obviously isn't any objective sense, because the statistics for United States crime are one of the worst in the world.
Yeah,
clearly our system doesn't at all.
I think that there are definitely some instances where, if someone commits a crime that is so heinous that person honestly they need to serve the death penalty. Like, I'm not saying that there should never be a point in time where someone does a criminal act and they shouldn't be killed. I'm just saying that we kill way more people than what we fucking should, and that is just a fact.
Yeah. Well,
we incarcerate
the truth is that
more fucking people than what we should. We fund prisons.
It's better
way more than what we should, because of the fact that it's a cash grab. I mean, at that point, the longer that they keep you in there, the more money that the prisons make. So that's what they,
especially
what they do.
I have the statistics from the National Institute of Justice on recidivism. Within 3 years of release, about 67.8% of released prisoners were rearrested. Within 5 years of release, about 76.6% of released prisoners were rearrested. Of those prisoners who were rearrested,
you want to know
more than half.
Yeah, because they were locked in a cage for 10 years, and now they're crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they were locked in it.
Yeah, it's kind of the problem.
In a cage with guns aimed at them at all fucking times, and were surrounded. Surrounded by other people who were in the same setting, who were, I mean, honestly, prison just creates this mentality. Which, I mean, we can delve into institutionalization in a different episode, but basically, I just want to fucking say that prisons create a very, very, very dark, twisted mentality amongst people.
They create criminals.
It's a school. It literally is a school for felons. If you want to learn
how
to become a better criminal, go to prison and come back, because of the fact that that's the way that they deal with those people, and that's the way that they treat those people when they get in there. They don't treat them like human beings. If you go to fucking prison for selling weed, you get treated like a fucking animal in a fucking cage.
Yeah, then you turn into an actual criminal. You weren't a criminal
you get the
before,
mentality,
but now you turned into
because you've been treated like less than shit for so long that's just what you just treat everyone else that way, because of the fact that it just is how it is, and it sucks that it is. All right, that way.
So
I mean, it does.
We're approaching like the 35-minute mark. So do you guys want to have kind of like a closing statement?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a closing statement. I think that
I know we're not really structuring it like that. I mean, I just was just, you know what I mean? Like, generally speaking,
I guess
you guys
my
have things to say?
statement would be that this was definitely kind of a good overview of what our channel is about.
Yeah, I mean,
but we would want to make it a little bit more structured.
Yeah, I mean,
in the
future, there'll definitely be more structure. I'd like to start making lists of like talking points, like, because when I'm at work, it's all I can do is either listen to music or think. So pretty much, I just spend a lot of time coming up with shit to talk about, and if
I could tell.
I usually just end up forgetting it. So basically, I go
in the notes in your phone.
Exactly. I think that a structured list of talking points, and I think that if we had a proper introduction and a proper outro, that we would be fucking set.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I really liked how we bounced that conversation off of each other. I think we already know, obviously, that we're capable of doing that.
Like, come on now. Like,
we know.
We're very good friends. We're very much capable of making conversation not only interesting, but informative. At the same time, completely fucking hilarious, because that Kevin Hart shit still has me fucking weak.
Funny. It's so funny.
No, I would love for us to be able to talk about, like, I mean, fucking, we can talk about music, we can talk about politics, we can talk about fucking sports, we can talk about
just anything
that is going on in the world that is getting traction, that is getting people's attention. I'm willing to talk about, because of the fact that people want to fucking hear about it.
Yeah. And honestly, if anyone has any, if anyone's watching this video on whatever platform it's on, if they have any suggestions, that's appreciated.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it feels weird to say this, because we literally don't have a fan base at all right now.
Well, but I'm just, for future reference. If
anybody is watching this video, please fucking comment and
click like, by the way, too, and share it. I want people to see.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not even. I
mean, support us any way you can. If you like us, of course. I mean, if you don't, just move on. But and fuck you, by the way, if you don't like us.
Say, like, goddamn, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
also our Twitters, or our Twitter and Snapchats will be in the fucking description.
So
you'll maybe
I don't know. Find it. Well, mine will be on there, so fuck Wallace. You'll be able to find it.
All right, At least Shawn's will be on there. Okay. So, we're just going to close the episode,
motherfuckers. I'm going to start recording.
See ya.